how would this work in your profession? Would you be okay with secret societies wherever you work? Would you be a part of one where you work? What if that secret society, what if that gang within your organization was a gang that was opposite of the values, opposite of the principles that they're supposed to be for? So I can give you an example from here, right? At our law firm, we like to help people charged with crimes. Good people. We want to get their lives back on track. If there was anybody at our office who wasn't doing that, or who didn't believe in that mission, or if there was a clique or a gang, or there was a group of people who said, you know what, we don't really care about helping anybody. All we want to do is close these cases and funnel them through, and we just, want to make a bunch of money, and we don't care about that stuff. Those people would be fired so fast because they're in violation of our code, of our values, of our mission, of our principles that we have written on our wall here. That's how we run the show. But that's not what happens with these other people, with these other police departments. What if there was a group of doctors who just said, yeah, we're only going to kind of help our patients. We're really not that concerned about their health and well-being. Let's just bill up our insurance rates. Let's get them out of the hospital as quickly as we can. It would be chaos. And what if they had this little group that every time somebody died or every time something happened, that they got something inked on their arms? Oh yeah, we lost another one to cancer, so I'm going to ink that. I'm going to make a notch right here. That's insane, right? Or if airline pilots did that and they said, well, we know better than the people on the ground. We know better than everybody else. We're going to enforce the law the way we want to do it. We're not going to do the checks. We're not going to do this. We're the pilots. We fly the planes. We know what the skies are like. We know how the clouds work. The stupid radio controllers, they don't know anything. It's insane. That's what's happening here with the police departments. They're allowing these things to fester. There's been no accountability. The culture is rotten through and through. So for people to sit here and say not all cops are bad, it's just a few bad apples. This garbage has been going on for decades. In the article, there's Wikipedia articles about it. There's 4 or 5 articles about it. They have names, they have tattoos, they have rites of initiation, they have rites of passage, they have codes of silence in our own police departments, everybody. So how do you fix that? Well, with more transparency, with more accountability, with bringing these things to light, with sending this clip, with sending these articles to your friends, to your family, to anybody who lives in LA and says, look, do you know this is going on here? This is going on in your backyard. There are these little gangs of Vikings and 3,000 boys and the executioners who are in the LA police department, the sheriff's office. If there's no pressure there, it's just going to continue to go on. If the politicians don't have any pressure, if the unions are continue to allowed to exist, they're going to continue to protect these things because they've got so much bargaining power. The unions have the ability to take all of the officers who are part of the union and just walk away and say, no, we're not going to renew our contract. So LA, you're on your own then. So what, of course, the politicians, no, we don't want that. There'll be chaos in the streets. So we're not going to do that. So what do you want to stay? We want your officers, Mr. and Mrs. Union. We want you to stay here. How are we going to keep you here? Well, we don't want you to mess around with our cliques or our gangs. We don't want you to log a bunch of our misconduct. We want you to purge our personnel files and our complaints after every 5 years. We want your commitment that you're not going to do anything on qualified immunity and all of those things. So these bad officers get to stick around these police departments, and it is just a boiling cauldron of a disaster. Bad officers stay, they're never held accountable, and these gangs just keep perpetuating. The cycle keeps going on and on and on, and nothing's going to happen about it until you start demanding some change from your politicians, from your local community. The stuff has to change on the local level because it's a cultural problem, and the unions are a huge part of it.